Imagine a company so powerful that almost everyone on Earth used its phones. In 2007, Nokia controlled the mobile market. Their phones were everywhere, but just a few years later, they completely collapsed. So how did the king of mobile phones lose everything? And how did companies like Apple and Samsung destroy Nokia? This is the story of why Nokia failed. The rise of Nokia. Most people think Nokia started as a phone company, but that's not true. Nokia was founded in 1865 in Finland as a paper mill company. Yes, paper. Over the years, the company tried many different businesses like rubber products, cables, televisions, and electronics. Then in the 1980s and 1990s, Nokia entered the mobile phone industry, and that decision changed everything. Soon, Nokia phones became famous around the world. How Nokia became number one. By the early 2000s, Nokia became the biggest mobile phone company on Earth. Some legendary phones like Nokia 3310, Nokia N95, Nokia 1100 became massive hits. People loved Nokia because their phones were almost impossible to break. You could drop them anywhere, and they still worked perfectly. The battery life was amazing, the design was simple, and the phones were trusted by millions. At one point, Nokia controlled more than 40% of the global mobile market. That means almost half the world was using Nokia phones. The company became so successful that many people believed Nokia could never fail, but that confidence slowly became their biggest weakness. Biggest mistake. The real reason Nokia failed. Everything changed in 2007. That's when Steve Jobs introduced the first iPhone. Most companies were shocked. Nokia believed people would always prefer physical keyboards and traditional phones. They thought touchscreen phones were just a trend. Meanwhile, Apple completely changed the smartphone industry. The iPhone was not just a phone. It was like a small computer in your pocket. Soon after that, Google launched Android. Companies like Samsung quickly adopted Android and improved fast. But Nokia made another huge mistake. Instead of switching to Android early, Nokia continued using its old operating system called Symbian. Symbian was slow, outdated, and difficult for developers. Apps became the future of smartphones, but developers preferred Android and iPhone. Nokia was falling behind. Inside the company, there were also serious problems: slow decision-making, fear inside management, poor innovation, and internal politics. Employees reportedly knew the company was in danger. The collapse of Nokia. Nokia's sales started crashing. Their market share disappeared rapidly. In 2013, Nokia sold its mobile phone business to Microsoft for billions of dollars. For many people, it felt unbelievable. The company that once ruled the mobile world was gone. Meanwhile, Apple became one of the richest companies in history. Samsung became the global smartphone leader, and Android dominated the market. Nokia tried to return later with Android phones, but the golden era was over. Today, Nokia still exists in telecommunications and network technology. Lesson and outro. Nokia's story teaches one powerful lesson: no company is too big to fail. If you stop innovating, ignore change, or become overconfident, someone else will replace you. Nokia didn't fail because they were weak. They failed because the world changed faster than they did. And in business, sometimes being late by just a few years can destroy an empire. So what do you think? Could Nokia have survived if they adopted Android earlier? Comment your opinion below. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and follow for more business stories and tech mysteries.